to earn over 100,000 naira every month here in Nigeria, and this by spending just 10 to 20,000 naira. So you spend about 10 to 20,000 naira just once, but for every month afterwards, you earn 100 to 200,000 naira. Now, in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you five very simple and highly overlooked ways that you can actually put in place, overlooked money strategy that you can put in place to earn money consistently every month. So stay tuned. Inflation in Nigeria right now, having just one source of income is not something anybody should do anymore. Now, you may be you could be earning a really good salary each month, but if you have just that source of income, then you really want to consider um, um, opening up more streams of income. And in this video, I'm going to share with you five very easy streams. Now, the very funny thing is that these streams are all around us, but they are so highly overlooked. That most people not even know they have the potential to earn you so much, each month. Now, to go straight to the point, the very first stream you want to look into is to share an office space. Now, if you are a business person in Lagos or even outside of Lagos, you have come to realize just how expensive rental bills are. Okay, so you get an office space or a shop, and you have to pay not just the fee for the year, but you have to pay agency and commission also. Now, the thing is that at the end of that year, the landlord doesn't want to know whether you've made profits for the year. All he wants is his money at the end of the year. So a lot of businesses fold up, because of this, because you are not able to make ends meet, let alone having enough money to give to one landlord. So one thing you could do is to rent out your office space. Now here's how it works. So you get this office space, okay? You have your office, you have your table, you have your chair, your cabinet, and other office you know other office things you need for you running your business. Okay, and you run your business, but if you look around, you can still see a lot of empty space in front of you. It may not really be much, but it is something. Now you could actually fix like two or three more tables into those spaces, and then you charge more like a weekly or a monthly fee for people to use that space. Now you find out that with this you'll be achieving two things. Number one, you would be earning a regular income. Okay, this will now be a source of income, okay, to you. And then you will find out that you'll be spending way less to service your rent at the end of each month or each year, because you'll be getting more than enough to not just put money in your pocket, but to also cover your rent for the year or the month. A few years ago, I think this was 2013, I ran a training where I taught people how to make slippers and bags. This was really in vogue then. And I remember I got this for one of the trainings. I got this lady who came, and during the training, I discovered that she already had the knowledge I was actually sharing. Now, when we got talking, and I got to discover that she actually paid for the training, not because she wanted to learn, but because of the networking opportunity she stood to gain. Okay, so and the thing was, she actually got what she wanted, because at the end she was able to network. Because she was really free with everyone. She was able to network with a lot of other people, and get a lot of things. Now, another thing I got from this lady is the fact that she has a shop, in a really busy location. Now, what she did was to just get sewing. She's into sewing, just like I am. She got some sewing machines, about four sewing machines. Okay, she got everything you would need to run a tailoring shop smoothly. So what she did was she leased this out, or she rented this out, okay? And for each machine she charges, so then she was charging 2,500 naira, which means she was getting 10,000 naira a week from that shop, and she was making a lot of profit. Now this is one idea you want to look into. So if you have your office space in front of you, then you want to consider renting out a part of it, to somebody who is really not into the same business you are into, to avoid problems in life in the near future. So that is one idea you want to look into. Now, another idea you should look into is to become a mobile makeup artist. Now, makeup artists are, a lot of people say the industry is saturated, but if you're really good at what you do, you will never be short of jobs. And the beauty about becoming a makeup artist is that you can learn online. Okay, there are tons of videos on YouTube. Glam by is okay. So many of them, so many really good ones. You could just enroll. Become subscribe to their channel, follow their tips, and once you become seasoned, you get your own makeup accessories needed. Now, I remember I learned how to I went into makeup. I learned the artistry in 2012, I think. And at that year, getting my first client wasn't really easy. I went around telling friends, oh, I know how to do makeup, and I was really into makeup then. I did the whole works, the concealer, the foundation, and everything. And I really didn't get anyone because a lot of them really were not ready to. Because I was more into wedding makeup, but a lot of them were not ready to kind of like use me as practice with their wedding day. So it took a friend of mine getting disappointed on her day for me to get my very first job. And I remember I earned just 3,000 naira from that job, but I really wasn't bothered about the money because I had gotten my first job and that was all the push I needed. If you really want to go into makeup artistry, then you can kind of learn everything you need online. Just the basics, foundation, how to blend the foundation, how to really good powders to use, when to use your concealer, contouring, and things like that. You will learn this from Isoke and Dima Ome. So once you do this, what you want, next thing you want to do is get your makeup tools. Things you'll be needing, your powder. I'll suggest you get a powder palette. Okay, this will contain more powders. Okay, so you don't really have to start getting each powder color. Should I use the word color? It will come with about a good one you could use is a Taras or a Kelewa. Now this comes in about I think 6 different shades of powder. So whatever shade or color your client comes, has you have a powder to cover this. Now other things you want to get are good lipstick brands. You can go for Bobbi Brown, go for Mary Kay. There are so many choices to pick from. You want to get a good concealer, you want a good foundation. I'll suggest getting just the three common shades for now: the 607, the 507, and 708. Start with those ones. Get your lipstick. Oh, and yes, you'll need a makeup brush as well. Your makeup brush will contain every brush you need: your powder brush, your contouring brush, your lipstick brush, and everything. And once you have this in your makeup set, you're good to go. Now, a really something I've noticed that happens is during weddings there are so many people out there that actually need people to make them up. Now, this is where you being a mobile makeup artist comes in. So you go from venue, you don't just limit yourself to just wedding makeup, okay? You go from venue, or you could just look for just one venue that has a lot of potential clients, and you advertise your service, and to make each person up, if you're going to be making the guests up, making the get up and sign their gilly, you could try peg a fee for your service. Now, seeing as it's more like an on the spot kind of service, you could peg your fee for 1,500 or 2,000 naira. But you want to actually make it affordable so you can get more clients. So if you're getting like 10 clients for that weekend, you could be making upward of 10 to 20,000 naira. Just from making people up. That is another source of income you want to look into. Now, the third source of income I would suggest, I would highly recommend is writing articles. Now, in writing articles, I do not subscribe to, although you could try it out, but I really do not subscribe to trying to bid for jobs on freelancer.com, fiverr.com, because these platforms are saturated. The chances of you getting a really good job and getting jobs often is really slim. So what I would recommend is you join a blogger group. Now, this group, I am in a blogger group. I will have about 215 bloggers in that group. Now, the beauty about being a blogger is that you are always in need of articles. Okay, and sometimes you are a little bit to write articles yourself, and this is when the services of writers come in. So you want to join one of these groups, advertise your service, and have a few articles in your portfolio that you want to show to potential clients. And once you do this, oh yes, another thing I actually did was there was a period when I really went into article writing full time, and I was making about 5 to 7,000 naira every day just writing articles. Okay, I would recommend you bring your price down just slightly lower than what is obtainable in the industry. Now, this might look like you're shooting yourself in the leg, but you find that you get a lot more jobs coming in. Now, the going rate is 2 to 3 naira per word. Okay, so if you peg the just at 1 naira 80 kobo, for even just at 20 kobo reduction, you will be getting a steady influx of jobs. People who trust you already, and you are going to write the articles, deliver. If you're really good, a fast writer, you can write up to like 4,000 words, and you'll be earning a lot. So that is one channel you want to look into as well. Now, really, the fourth highly valued income is to rent out a space in your house. Now, I'm going to be using my mom as an example. My mom bought this really huge bungalow that has 6 rooms, and seeing as all her children are married and out of the nest, she really couldn't stay in the room in the house alone. And what she did was to get someone to partition the house and then to cut off 2 rooms. The guy was actually able to do it in such a way that not just 2 rooms, but a really large space for a living room. And you have the kitchen and the toilet and everything. You know, that was cut off, and then to carve out a little self-contained somewhere. And this made sure that she didn't just get an additional source of income, but she also had 2 more tenants, that keep her company when we're not around. So you also want to look into this. If you have a spare room in your house, you want to look into renting it out, but when renting it out, you should also be careful so you do not pick it, and make sure whoever you're bringing in is, somebody you can count, so you do not bring in someone who is going to give you a lot of headache in future. And the last minute you should consider is to start rabbit farming, a rabbit farm. Now, rabbit farming is not something that is really common in Nigeria, but you can make a lot of money from this avenue. Now, I have a friend who's into it, and every month, every week, or sometimes every 2, 3 days, he pings me to tell me, "Oh, I just got an alert for 70,000, just got an alert for 30,000." Matthew, this is one avenue you really want to go into. And the beauty about rabbit farming is that you can actually start really small with just a male and a female. You grow your rabbit farm, and if it grows to a point where you can no longer contain the back of your house, you could lease a plot of land and go into your rabbit farming fully. Now, you want to consider this as well, but this is a really good stream of income. So guys, that's all for today. I hope you've been able to learn a thing or two. You've been able to pick an income stream, that can actually boost your finances. The beauty about this income stream is that you can have two or three going at the same time to really boost your chances of having income. So that's all for today, guys. If you'd like to get more tips like this, consider subscribing by clicking the red subscribe button at the bottom of this video, and then turn on your notification icon so you don't miss any of our videos. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.